Hi everybody, this is Aphria from MyChartCoach.com. In this video, we're going to take a look at the marijuana sector. Okay, so we have a major bear squeeze going on here with Tilray. As you can see here, Tilray call options up 3,400% here on that 190 strike. Amazing moves for Tilray call options. You can see it closed up another 29% today. You've RSI back up here in this 84 level. Fasto at 99.8, like really hitting very overbought levels. It closed at 154.98, and then in after-hours trading with the CEO on Mad Money with the interview with Jim Cramer, it ended up running higher up to 173 in after-hours trading. And so it looks like another gap up open tomorrow. Huge move in after-hours trading. And so that right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unfilled gaps, and so this would make another gap up open tomorrow. And so, yeah, you could be looking at 6 unfilled gaps on this chart. It just keeps pushing and pushing. With the being well above the upper Bollinger Band tomorrow, it's going to be similar to this candle here, and this candle here. When it's pushing well above, the candles could work back into the bands. If they do work back into the bands, you want to see EMA4 at 129 hold. Okay, if you look at the 15-minute chart here for Tilray, keep an eye on the middle Bollinger Band that's currently at 148.89, that 149 level. If it starts trading below 149 and below that middle Bollinger Band, that's where it could possibly pull back and test that 50 simple moving average. Okay, if you look at Canopy Growth here, this is that simple chart, the EMA's 4 and 8 with the Bollinger Bands, and you can see here you've got the reset on RSI. RSI is only at 64, so there's still room in the tank to run. You've got Fasto at 70, so it's still below overbought levels. It's back in this channel. You can see all these closes here. Besides these candles, these 3 right here, we're inside this tight channel. So the close today was back in the channel. What you want to see now is a break above 52. If it breaks above 52, there should be a run up to 56 to test this open on the previous. Right above that is the all-time high there at 57. So that 56, 57 level is going to be on deck if it can break above 52. Okay, take a look at Cronos Group here. Closed up another 14% today. So yeah, after pulling back, it ended up holding the middle Bollinger Band, and so that was very bullish. You could see here it ended up closing back above, and now it's back above EMA's 4, 8, and 13. And what's going on now? It's hitting the 12 resistance level. It's at 11.95 in after-hours trading. So it's right there at that 12 level. If it can bust above 12, it's all about this closing price here on the end of August. If it can break above that level, right about 12.75 with the close above, that should be the signal that it wants to head higher. If it were to drop below that middle Bollinger Band at 10.73, that would signal downside risk. Notice the nice volume spike, the nice bounce for plus DI. I remember in the previous video I'd said that's what we wanted to see. So yeah, it's heating back up. It just needs to break through 12. Okay, let's look at ACBFF here, Aurora Cannabis. So huge move today, closed up 10%. Keep an eye on RSI here. It has been stalling out at the 70 level, but back here on the big run back in December and January, it was able to push above 70 and run all the way to 90. So that's what the bulls are looking for here, for it to stay above 70 now that it's above 70. Okay, so Fasto did close at 100, so it's hitting the level where it's topped out at in the past, and so you have to keep an eye on that. There was a big push here into the close. Look at the volume. That big volume bar yesterday on the 17th, that was your big clue that there was more upside potential. Big volume had jumped in, and now they're pushing it higher. The big level now to break is this high close from back in March. I want to see it break above this 9.25 level. If it could do that, then the ultimate level is to head back up to $12. That's where it stalled out at back in January before the big pullback. So if it can get above 9.25, then it could possibly run up to 12. Now you want to see it stay above this $8 level and the high close in June. Okay, if it were to drop below that, you could see it come back down to test that 200-day simple moving average at 7.11. It needs to stay above that 200-day simple moving average. Okay, check out Aphria, APHQF, closed up 7%. So after a big pullback, notice how RSI reset, and so there's still room to run. it's still below 70. Fasto just got above 80. So this came down, bounced right off of that middle Bollinger Band. Now it's back above the EMA's 4, 8, and 13. If it could break above this 1650 level, it should finish filling the jar back to the January high close resistance at 1845, back to that 1850 level. This should be able to head back to 1850 to $20 if Tilray is at 173. This is a really solid company as well. Okay, let's look at GTBIF. This is Green Thumb Industries. So this is the weekly chart. This is on what's called a blue sky breakout. It's hitting all-time high levels here. Yeah, you've got the RSI and Fasto are really pushing here. Yeah, this is hitting levels that it's never traded at before. It's up here at 23. This week the high, now the key is going to be to break above that 25 level. If it trades above 25, that's going to signal more upside potential. If it stalls out below 25, it could pull back. As long as this pink line in EMA 4 at 1743 are holding, the uptrend's super strong and it should continue. Okay, look at that big volume. All right, let's look at OGRMF here. Yeah, so this is another stock that's going nuts. It's headed into this blue sky breakout territory as well. Closed up 6%. Once again, that pullback's reset the indicators, so now it has room to run until these overbought levels. Fasto's back above 80 of the bullish crossover here in ADX, and so right now it's hitting the key level. It's all about $6. This high close here on the 12th. This doji, if it can close above $12, it should head higher. I believe this is the all-time high here, and so this is headed for a blue sky breakout if it can break above 6. If you look here at the OGRMF weekly chart, you can see back here in 2014, this is where it started over here on the left-hand side of the chart. It pulled way down here, super low in the pennies, and then it's just been heading higher ever since. And so basically this 624 level, it looks like just below 625 is the all-time high, and so if it can break above at 625 and trade above that level, it should signal it wants to head higher. Check out the giant volume spike last week. Huge, a huge investment came in here. Big money has entered into the marijuana sector. Okay, take a look at HYYDF. Okay, this is Hexo Corp, and yeah, this is breaking out as well. So this is a player in the yeah, they hooked up with the Heineken. I believe that's the one that they hooked up with. Okay, and yeah, from the video from last night, and yeah, they are pushing higher here, and so they're above EMA's 4 and 8, or I guess maybe that was the. Now I'm getting the different ones confused. It's late here. Sorry, I'm making this video so late tonight. But this is another major player in the marijuana sector. They've teamed up with another top marijuana company, and now that they're pushing higher here in hitting this 681 level, $7 level. If it can break above that level, that should signal it wants to head higher. It closed above high close resistance here on the 11th, and so as long as it stays above that level, that should signal more upside potential. If it were to drop below EMA 4 at 634, that would signal potential pullback. If you look here at the weekly chart, so this is on the blue sky breakout as well. This is the start of trading back here in 2017, and so now it's breaking above this. It's hitting last week. That was the all-time high. And so just below $7 is the all-time high, and so it's hitting that level. It's going to need to break above to keep pushing higher. I mean, the charts are really frothy here. They're really pushing hard, and this week's candle is well above the upper Bollinger Band. So if the candles do work back into the bands, as long as EMA 4 at 573 holds, the uptrend's really strong and still intact. On a pullback, what you want to see on a big move is like back here in November, where it held EMA 4 and it kept pushing higher. That's what you want to see once it pulls back. When they start getting well above the upper Bollinger Band is when the candles do work back into the bands. Okay, take a look at IMLFF here. Closed up 9%. RSI is back above 52. Fasto is above 20, and so yeah, this is one to keep an eye on. Okay, so it bounced down here off of the 50-day simple moving average, and the black line here, this is the 400-day simple moving average, and right now it's hitting the 100 and 300-day simple moving average at 67. If you see it trading above 67 tomorrow, that would be really bullish, and it could run back up into the 80s and test this 200-day simple moving average. And then finally, I'm going to leave you with BLOZF here. Yeah, this is they make the cannabis breathalyzer. RSI is back above 50, a Fasto above 80, a bullish crossover here on 80X, and so this chart is heating up here. Yeah, the close here above the 50-day simple moving average and middle Bollinger Band at 135. That signaling the chart is heating up. If it trades above 143 in that 100-day simple moving average, look for a run up to that 200-day simple moving average at 162. The last time it hit that level in August, that was the level where it failed to break, and that was the lock-in gains level. So you have to look at the lock-in gains at that level if it fails to break. But if it does close above, it could possibly break out, run higher, maybe test this $1.90 to $2 level. Okay, thanks for viewing this video. Notice the volume spike, big volume behind the move. Yeah, this is the breathalyzer company. All right, come check out the chat, please. Okay, thank you.